Lava, chicken. Steve's lava chicken, yeah, tasty as hell. Steve's lava chicken, now you're ringing a bell. Steve's lava chicken, it's Eric's favorite snack. Steve's lava chicken, it's a lava attack.
Thank you,
Get out!
Jonno, for introing this episode of
Yeah.
Super Cast Brothers, the only podcast where I get tortured by the Minecraft movie. Oh God, oh boy, I know that.
Your idea. Your idea is awesome.
I feel like I've lost control before we even began, and I really I kind of gave it up for this episode. I'm just like, man, this is just gonna be a shit show because of what this episode is.
And that's why Eric's here. Flamezone's back.
A year
Back at
ago, the three of us met up in a town, in a place, and we were gonna go see one movie, and then Flamezone was just like, actually, we should go see the Minecraft movie. And then John was like, yeah, and I'm sitting in the back seat going, no.
You actually, remember there was a fair point to be made, and you agreed with it.
I did.
Yes, that that Minecraft would be more memorable. And let me tell you, he was right, because I can't remember the movie that we were gonna otherwise see.
It was some CIA pencil pusher.
Exactly.
His wife got kidnapped or killed and something.
That describes so many movies. And they're usually pretty entertaining. You know, they get into like this your gruesome primal state. You're like, yeah, this man is attacking people, and
yeah,
it releases something within me. Like the endorphins are swimming, and Jason Statham up there. Yeah, he's like, we have to keep the bees, you know. But you know, a lot of that. Yeah, the beekeeper. What a film. Minecraft movie. Oh, I remember that moment well. I remember looking to my left and seeing two of my best friends in the whole world in the dark, with green illuminated over their faces. Jack Black and Steve's looming over us, 15, 20 feet high. Oh, and there were moments where we laughed, sang in merriment, and enjoyed quality cinema.
I was there.
I mean, I'll give you there were a couple laugh-worthy moments, different moments than what you laughed at, sir. Quality cinema, I ain't gonna give you.
Yeah, and you would know because you just recently rewatched it for this episode.
I did rewatch because, like, okay, I hate the movie, but I do my goddamn duty for this godforsaken show. I fucking research things, and the best way to research the Jack Black specific version of Steve, because that's what this episode is. The best way to research it is to watch it again.
How was that? How was that for you?
Honestly, God, the one thing that I still will give this movie, the one thing I'll give this movie is that it does treat the inner world of Minecraft correctly. A lot of video game movies treat the video game source as just a backdrop, and then they just do whatever the fuck they want with it. Things have the same names as things from the games, but they are not at all the same thing. Until Dawn, that movie that came out what last year, I think, has literally nothing to do with the Until Dawn game. It's like, okay, what was the goddamn point then? But the Minecraft movie, as cringy as it is, as oh god, they treat the world of Minecraft with some fucking respect. We all thought it was weird seeing the first trailer. It was like, what's with the square sheep? Oh my god, we have regular people in this world. And yeah, it's jarring to see it all move. But honestly, if it wasn't real people in that world, I think it would be better. But also, I don't think I want to see a human flesh square person at the same time. I think that'd be worse than
Jennifer Coolidge sure did.
Oh, that lady? I don't know what her name is.
With the villager?
Yeah.
Lovely, relevant.
God. That did like not pay off. Like I don't know. She kept on cutting back. Yeah.
But by the time that you see them at the restaurant, you're just like, okay, we all know exactly where this is going to go. That's
Yep.
going to be her new husband or whatever. It's like, okay, sure.
Yeah. I'm sure there was a point in all of our lives as children or teenagers where we wanted to be as cool as Garrett. So at least there's that.
I would like to think that all three of us are ahead in life than Garrett.
The #1 video game champion. Are you sure about that?
Yes. I think I can confidently say all three of us are ahead in life than the garbage man.
That's true. We should owe it to ourselves. That's a good compliment.
I hope.
I guess it goes without saying 2 spoilers for the movie in entirety.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
we already had a whole episode where we talked about the movie.
Oh, right.
Yeah, anybody who is watching this is a Minecraft movie enthusiast anyway. They've seen it like 20 times.
Yep.
God. Or they're just
Imagine-
a parent of a Minecraft-obsessed child.
Yeah. Oh,
How many
Eric's mom.
times did my parents have to watch The Lion King or Toy Story? It would have been a lot.
Yeah.
It would have been a lot.
Mine was Hercules on VHS. Rewind that shit.
Ooh, good choice. Good choice.
Yeah.
I used to ride with Woody all over the world, in the airplane, the car.
Little toy, whatever.
Yeah, the Toy Story. The cowboy.
Did he actually have like the string, like where if you pull it, it's like there's a snake in my boot?
Oh yeah, I still have.
Oh, that's awesome.
There's an ass in my pants.
Ye old Woody.
Maybe it's his. Who knows?
Fine. Good times.
So yeah, we are. I had this horrible idea last year, shortly after watching movies. Like, hey guys, we want to try to make a Smashtopia episode for every franchise that has at least one playable character representing it in Smash already. What the fuck can we do for Steve? I already made a moose for Alex on the wiki. We could do Steve Black, the Jack Black specific version of Steve from a Minecraft movie. And the words left my mouth. And then the plan started being made. And we're here.
Almost a year ago that we hashed this up. Like when you guys were in Tucson.
Oh, that was the idea. We planned this to be a year later.
Yeah. We sat there after that Tingle episode and we're like, let's do it. January, like the day that we're recording this was booked on the calendar like several months ago.
It's unbelievable. That was almost a year ago. Like, what the hell? Time flies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a core memory for sure. Like my mind still goes back to that frequently, and it does not feel like it was that long ago.
It does not feel that long ago. It feels like it was maybe 3 months ago. And it's like, what happened?
Yeah, I know.
I tried to block it out, but I just got brain damage instead.
Yeah.
I forgot what 2 + 2 is.
It's okay.
Happens to all of us sometimes.
2 + 2 is 3, and that's 3 of us are here together. We complete each other. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the way his finger was moving on his thermos. It's like a little.
I was trying to do the math, but like I said, I forgot.
Yeah. Well, I suck at math, so I agree with what you said.
Well, this is gonna be a chaos fest, I'm sure. Because I can only imagine. Like, I know what I came up with for this moveset. I can only imagine what you two have done. Yes, Jonno, I know what you've been alluding to. Enough. It wasn't funny the first time. It wasn't funny the second time. It was 2 seconds.
This is not even mine. This is
Was it in there?
It's like fate. It's just on the bed. Yeah.
Oh my god.
It was fate.
So, before we go too far off the rails, let's start off with. Oh, we didn't. I'm Zantok. That's Jonno. That's Flamezone. We didn't mention that. Hi. Whoops. Some episodes we've
been on
the intro.
I've been on enough times. I think it's fine. It's all
We're
good.
the
You've seen me before.
I mean,
rascals.
for the people watching
So
the video, sure. But most of our viewership is audio.
for Jack Black and Jason Momoa watching this.
No,
That's
but
who-
I did see. I don't know how recent it was. I did see an interview with Jason Momoa recently talking about the second movie, and he said the script is better. Which I don't know how much I can take from that because the script, the first one, was in the ground. But he said like the first script, like he had some questions about. But the second script, he's like, "Oh no, I've been fucking laughing at this shit. It's the funniest script I've ever read." It's like, this scares me. But at least that means
and
we know he's back in it. We don't know if the other three are, but we know the garbage man is at least.
oh yeah.
And to be
Because
fair,
Jack Black won't be back.
no, I'm talking. Well,
Oh,
by the other
the
three, I
side
mean like
characters.
the other three regular people, Henry and the other two,
Yeah.
Creation.
Natalie, and I don't remember what the other
I
lady's
think it's
name
like
was.
Dawn.
Dawn. Yep.
Dawn. Okay.
hmm
I mean, Jack Black and
Henry.
Jason Momoa were the two that were selling everything, so
Yeah.
them two being back is not a surprise.
And in the
No.
movie, like they sent the side cast off. You don't even see them for like half an hour. You're like, oh yeah, they exist.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a movie that starts with the kids, like there was an awful lot of like nothing focused on the kids.
What they did with the kids was to show like they give you a reason like, yeah, this town sucks. There's a reason why all of them are more than happy to just play around in this world because all of their lives are ass.
Yeah,
I,
it's
I
like
think like oh, go ahead.
it's like the children are self-insert for the other kids. They're like,
Oh, I was
yeah,
going to
I
say that.
want Jack Black.
Yeah, like Jason Momoa is for people like us who are like too old to be there. Like that's our self-insert. And then the kids are like, and then the kids in self-insert exactly.
I wonder if Jason Momoa laughed at all the same things we did in the first script.
Yeah.
Anyway,
hey, I forgot. There's another portion of this show we have to get through
yes,
before
there is.
the
We
show
need to
breaks.
get through our 4 showcases before we start talking about Steve Black. So, John, why don't you go ahead and start us off with your first showcase of the episode?
Okay, my first showcase are like rainbow Skittles, kind of that come from outer space.
I could go for some of those.
Yeah, you want to taste the rainbow?
Yeah,
Okay, we'll arrange this.
cool.
Send the Skittles your way, like Luma in our galaxy. You feed them the Starbits.
Hmm.
Actually, these are kind of more like Starbits. It's Minior, the Pokemon from yeah, Gen
Gen 7.
7. And there's a spirit that I made for them because you made a Pokeball for them already, and I think this came out when I had the inglorious, stupid idea to try and attempt to do a Smashtopia submission every day of the year a few years ago, which failed. I mean, I slept in like September, so at least most of the year was done, but it was pretty rough. But this was a result of it. And, Minior is just like a weird looking rock thing, but it is actually a Pokemon. It's bare different cores, and they kind of like make the rainbow together. So they're made out of space dust, and they're from space, and they're space rock Pokemon thing sprinkles. So the spirit battle takes place on Jabberwock Island, and the characters that represent Minior are Kirby. And so you are tasked with fighting more than a dozen miniature Kirby's as warp stars populate the stage. The Kirby's come in a variety of colors, representing the various colors of miniature cores, and will constantly reach for warp stars to aim upon the player. So knock out both waves of 8 Kirby's and you've won. Ta-da! Hooray!
Now one thing I need to point out here is that you said that you made them a spirit because I had already made them as a Pokeball. That's not true. You made the
Oh,
spirit first.
oh, you
Then
made
I made the
oh,
Pokeball. You made the spirit. April 3rd, 2020. No, I'm sorry, that's the wrong thing. April 24th, 2022. I
my
made
God.
the Pokeball version. Hang on. May 9th, 2022.
Oh, so you made it as a response to me.
Yes.
Nice. We should collaborate as brothers more often. It makes me feel good.
I mean, the last time we collaborated outside the podcast was when we made a boost for Pig Ganon,
Yeah, that's probably about that long
which was
ago, too.
before the podcast.
Yeah. Well, we collaborate as brothers every time we make this podcast.
That's true. And the other podcasts.
Yeah. Eventually, it'll be the third podcast.
What?
And Eric
Actually,
will be
oh
there.
god, that gave me an idea. No!
Oh,
Good.
Oh no. 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 Next showcase is me. Hey, Flamezone, you like Fire Emblem, right?
that's right.
What's
Like
your favorite
Fire
Fire
Emblem?
Emblem game?
Oh, Fire Emblem.
My favorite one?
Yeah.
Path of Radiance for sure.
Okay,
That's
your other
switched
favorite.
to
Huh?
Your other favorite.
Awakening? Is that
You're-
where you're
you're-
going with this?
Your other favorite?
Three Houses?
Your
Fire Emblem 7?
other favorite?
Fire Emblem, Radiant Dawn?
Your fifth favorite?
It's listen. If you're trying to get me to say like the newest one, it's not going to happen.
I'm not. Fuck that game.
Okay.
it's almost like the newest one.
Oh, Fate.
Hey, there we
That's not
go.
my favorite, but I'll take it.
But what do you
I
mean?
played
Camilla's your
I-
favorite character.
Well, no, well, she's all right. Listen, no, Revelations is a rough go of Fates. I'll tell you.
Wait, what do you mean by Revelation
like
specifically as a rough go?
There's Conquest, and then there's the other one. But
Yeah.
Revelations is like extremely poorly balanced, in my opinion.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, and boring maps and nonsense story. It was just not good.
I think Conquest is the dumbest one. And people say, but Conquest is the hardest one. These are the best ones. Like, no, Conquest has the objectively worst story because all the characters are just doing dumb shit. The Garen shit, the Hoshidans getting mad at you for betraying them after knowing that they exist for 2 days. Double talk to me. Conquest is the worst. We all know it. Shut the fuck up.
I like that one chapter where like the exploding jars of like poison were there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, my showcase is from Fire Emblem Fates.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
Camilla.
It's not Camilla, but it does start with a C.
The way
Corn.
he was moving
It's
kind of like
Warren's already in
why?
Smash. No, it's the Circensia Opera House. It's
Okay.
a stage.
You remember Circensia, the black dragon from Radiant Dawn?
No. The Circensia Opera House is quite an important location, honestly, in each version of Fire Emblem Fates, because that's where Azura sings her little song and makes Garen get the rumblings in his tummy. He needs to go use the bathroom because he's just not feeling well. And then he's like, oh my god, it must be that dancer. Kill. And you have a battlefield at the Opera House. It's a thing. So I made it into a stage. It seemed like, a good unified location across all of Fates. And it's not just the my castle that I'll sometimes see suggested and think, no, we can do better than that. So Circensia Opera House. The stage is going to have the players fighting on top of a wide platform that serves the Opera House's main stage, where there will be water off to the left and right. Additionally, there will be two different types of platforms can appear on the stage from time to time. In addition, the first are geyser platforms. So on the stage itself, there's going to be like these little circles that can lift up out of the air, being pushed up by a geyser, and you can fight on top of that platform or try to run through the water. If you try to run through the water, you'll be knocked up to the platform, and you also take a bit of damage. These guys can rise up to different heights and will typically ascend and descend at the same time. The other kind of platform you can have on the stage are little boats, because people ride on boats to get closer to the stage. It's kind of how the whole place is lined up. So 2 boats could float in from left to right to give fighters another little extra platform to fight on. That said, these boats are close to the blast zone, so be a little bit careful. Unlike the geysers, these boats will typically arrive independently of each other, and there will usually only be one on the screen at a time. When a boat starts to head back off to the other side of the screen, go back to the main platform, you dummy. Additionally, the royal siblings of Nor and Hoshido can also sometimes just be seen in the background watching the fight as they are standing on the stage, as well as Azura. And if any variant of the song "Lost in Thoughts All Alone" is playing on the stage, then Azura will even be doing a dance performance like she would during that chapter of the game. I'm ignoring these 2 Yahooligans and their Yahooliganory, because they are having some chuckles over a dumb photo edit that Jonno did of me. Anyways, there is a hazard for the stage, and it's ice. Because when you activate the what's it called, the dragon lines or the draconic lines or some dragon something gimmick that Fates has for a lot of its maps, which causes the water in the game to all freeze over with ice, make it easier to get to the upper stage. So I decided to translate that and have the symbol of the water dragon will flash from the back wall of the Circensia Opera House, signaling to players that someone has activated a nearby dragon vein. Moments later, all of the water on the stage will freeze solid. Any geysers that were holding a platform will turn to frozen pillars of ice, and then there's just the standing water to the side of the stage is just completely frozen as well. The ice pillars, if there is one, cannot be damaged or passed through. Obviously, they're a solid pillar of ice. And it's slippery because ice physics. Yeah, we all love those in video games, right? Haha, get the fuck over it until it melts away and goes back to regular water.
Yeah.
Additionally, if you were in the water when the ice freezes everything over, you get knocked up into the air with some damage. So try to avoid that.
Nice. Great stage.
Yeah.
I like it, and I like the kind of redemption for that area that we kind of felt like Azura was going to be more important than she ended up being in overall, and that would have been the better direction for Fates.
Yeah. They should not have spent time working on 3 different routes.
No, one central story. I get it. I mean, the idea was interesting, but the execution was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I played all 3 routes and I still don't even like fully remember like the plot, which is like not a good sign. But
I remember there was like some slimy guy.
yeah,
Are you talking about Anankos?
Yeah, the Garen was like a weird slime monster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Anankos.
Strange. But yeah, I mean, that would be a great stage. I mean, it still would be if they wanted to, pull something for Corrin.
Mm-hmm. All right, Jonno, what is your second showcase today?
It's a good question. Oh yeah, I remember now. Okay, let me pull that out. It's one of my favorite 5-syllable words. It's Sahelanthropus.
Metal Gear.
Yeah, not bad.
Psychomantis.
ST-84 Metal Gear, often regarded as Sahelanthropus. It's a nuclear-armed bipedal tank. Remember the giant, like, really superimposing, like 100-foot tall Metal Gear from Phantom Pain? It's that thing.
I remember it was piloted by
this
a
is a
little
boss.
bitch.
Yeah. Yes. We don't make bosses too much on the Smashtopia wiki. Like, it's a time sink, kind of like a character, but I did one for Sahelanthropus a while ago. So there are multiple different attacks. We'll get in there. There's boss fight details to get over through first. So the Sahelanthropus remains mostly stationary throughout the fight, looming over fighters as it surveys the stage and leaps off into the background and foreground for certain attacks. It's when it steps around, they are very forceful in how they move. So even just like the Metal Gear moving around, seemingly like unintentionally, it could still damage you with like its legs moving around. Like they're very easily telegraphable, but they're heavy hitting. So on multiple attacks though, there's the archaic grenades, or it kneels down and shoots 3 massive grenades from its launcher. They reach the foreground in disarray and then like explode randomly. They're bouncing all around. They're about twice the size of bob-ombs and pack around when they explode. And yeah, there's some shrapnel that can kind of linger around and shoot around too. The archaea, like this gassy stuff, lingers around for 10 seconds following the explosion, and can and there's a platform that kind of comes out from that explosion. Interesting. So you can jump on that. There are blades, archaea blades, where Sahelanthropus lifts both of its arms into the air and activates its built-in nanofiber blades. So it slashes them down in the next shape that's roughly the size of Rathalos. The X lingers in a fiery metallic sheen for about a second following the attack and can deal some extra damage. It's a really heavy hitting attack, shield breaking, knockback, etc. There's a leap attack where it leaps into the background and perches itself on top of a rock. So during this moment, it can summon surveillance mines or use a missile launcher. Jumps back into its standard position with a larger circle appearing where it will land. If a fighter is found within the circle, they'll be dished out heavy damage, potentially breaking their shield or grounding them or sending them flying. Again, another heavy knockback move. The surveillance mines. Floating probes roughly the size of the beast ball will float around erratically throughout the stage. If they target a fighter with their scanning mechanisms, they will hone in on their foe and ram into them, exploding on impact. These don't deal as much damage as the grenades because they're like a sentinel, and up to 3 of these mines can be on stage at a time, and they will appear more often as Sahelanthropus's health begins to degrade. So it can summon up to 5 once it's to 1/3 of its health. There's a guided missile launcher where Sahelanthropus kneels back down and sputters a couple of times before shooting a barrage of 6 guided missiles. They fly upwards from the background into the foreground, homing in on opponents and dishing out damage similar to Gallium's missiles. There are there's 20 guns where Sahelanthropus swaps its blades out for Gatling guns, shooting them in an erratic spray throughout the stage, dishing out persistent damage, and they're fast moving and even fast moving enough to penetrate rolls and dodges. Frontline flamethrower. There's a flamethrower in the Sahelanthropus's groin, and it knows how to use it. So the Sahelanthropus walks around to and fro, spraying flames down onto the stage, similar to Giga Bowser's Fire Breath, and sometimes it will spin around and let the flames surround itself. And lastly, the final attack is a railgun. Sahelanthropus alters one of its Gatling guns into a railgun, focusing a reticle on an opponent that, if it lands, will dish out massive artillery. This is significant damage and knockback. And the soundtrack to this fight is Sahelanthropus' theme Suite, a suite consisting of Sahelanthropus Dominion and Sahelanthropus Excerpt from Metal Gear Solid 5, Phantom Pain. And it's a story mode boss at the desert base, which I made up in my brain. There you go.
Nice.
Oh my god. That was
yeah.
You chose something that had that much text. That is on you.
Oh, I was going to do another one that was even longer. I decided to stop myself.
The Yugimoto showcase or Kaiba, the whole thing.
Yes. Actually, yes.
I mean, I did the Yugi showcase already years ago.
Yep.
I did not read all of it. I skipped around.
Well, that's the Sahelanthropus Metal Gear robot.
Sahelanthropus.
Yes. Kiefer Sutherland, good job.
So, for my second showcase, originally I was going to do a spirit battle of Dimix from Kingdom Hearts. And then I realized, oh shit, I can't. Because I actually made Dimix a spirit battle on the podcast. Like, oh, whoops. Never mind. So instead I did something a little different. So, just about every video game out there has a hero or a few, right? Heroes are pretty big in gaming. But how many of them heroes are authentic? How many of them heroes can battle waves upon waves of a space chicken invasion.
Hell yeah,
Chickens from another planet who are pissed off that Earth has enslaved and eaten their brethren. There's only one person, only one hero, only one authentic hero who can fight them all off. But we don't have a name for him. He's just the authentic hero. And he pilots his spacecraft, the Mueller M404 PI Deliverer. Kind of an odd name, but he used to just be a humble pizza delivery driver, and then, chickens were trying to destroy the Earth. He fought back, and now he's the hero of planet Earth. And he's got a variety of weaponry on his ship, from the ion blaster, the neutron gun, the laser cannon, the lightning fire, the corn shotgun, and so much more. The hero of the Chicken Invaders franchise, which I found out a few months ago, still is making games. And I was like, what the fuck? I was shocked.
I never heard of it until I saw this on the docket.
Oh yeah. So Chicken Invaders, it's obviously a spoof off of Space Invaders, old classic arcade game. And they also like to spoof on Star Wars and some other sci-fi stuff a lot because, hey, it's funny. Such as the Death Egg. It's the Death Star, but it's egg-shaped. Or Han Solo, who helped you out.
Yeah.
Like, all right. So what I have for this assist trophy is when the authentic hero appears on the stage, he's going to fly down to the bottom of the screen beneath the stage itself. The stage is then, the display ratio of the screen will then be locked in during the assist trophy so that the authentic hero is always shown at the bottom. The authentic hero will then stray from side to side below the stage as he fires up the screen with one of his weapons. These weapon shots will go through any stage element as they fly through the bottom of the screen to the very top. The weapon shots won't pierce through fighters, assist trophies, or other fighting elements of the stage, such as Magic Hand's Flying Men or stage bosses. These shots will instead deal damage to anything that can take damage. Each time the authentic hero appears out of an assist trophy, it will come with one of 3 possible weapons to attack the fighter with. There are just so many, I had to narrow it down, and honestly, some of them are a little bit samey to a certain point. So, the 3 possible weapons that the authentic hero can use. The Ion Blaster is the standard one. When the Ion Blaster is fired, 3 small red projectiles will fire out from the authentic hero ship and fan out into a spread pattern. The Ion Blaster shots are relatively weak, but can spread out a good distance apart to cover more area, which makes them difficult to dodge if it's spamming them. The second possible weapon is the Neutron Gun. When the Neutron Gun is fired, 3 green arrow-shaped projectiles will fire out in a straight line from the authentic hero ship. These shots will stay packed together, unlike the Ion Blaster, and as such they pack more of a wallop, but are easier to dodge past. Finally, the Laser Cannon. When the laser cannon is fired, an orange laser, about a third of the width of the authentic hero's ship itself, will instantly fire out of the ship and slam to the first thing it makes contact with. The laser cannon is difficult to dodge as it can travel instantly in a straight line and inflicts more damage than the authentic hero's other weapons. That said, the laser cannon has the longest rate of fire and can't be spammed out by the authentic hero. If you know the authentic hero is using this weapon, try and stay out of the way. When it's time for the authentic hero to vacate the battlefield, a text box will appear next to the authentic hero saying, "I wonder if there's a space burger around here," before the authentic hero flies off screen.
I wonder that all the time. Is the authentic hero also a chicken?
No. They're just a dude flying their spaceship.
I
Inspired.
heard Chicken Invaders either. Chicken Invader.
They're on Steam. They are on Steam. There's apparently an MMO?
Oh.
What?
Let's play this
Blew
MMO.
my mind when I learned about that. It's like, what the hell?
Revenge of the Yoke.
Yep.
Cluck of the Dark Side.
It's good shit. It's fun. I used to play them fucking years ago.
Like Neopets.
Maybe around the time frame. Maybe it was definitely it was around 20-ish years ago, I can tell you that much.
Oh my gosh. That was like when Eric was born.
That's not nice.
But is it false?
Well, it is a little false.
It's mildly false.
It's mildly false.
It's less false than it would be for us to say it was me or you that was born 20 years ago.
Hmm.
Especially you.
Anyways, that was our final showcase, which means it's now time for me to unlock the floodgates. And it's time to build a moveset for Steve Black of a
Skadoosh!
Minecraft movie.
Yes. Open Malgosha's box.
I have done this to myself.
Yes.
This chaos is their opportunity.
Yes. Yes, it is. Release the hounds onto the
The
bloody
children,
mountains
the
of
children yearn for the mines.
Yeah. I sure do. I sure do yearn for the mines. Steve Black, it's time. It's time to share the entrance for Steve Black, and what we have for that entrance, the crying man. I guess I'll just break open the seal here.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah. My entrance animation for Steve Black is Steve Black drops onto the stage from above, landing in a dramatic kneeling pose with a pickaxe in his hand as if he just emerged from the mines. He slowly stands, cracks his neck, and looks around the fray as he says, "All right, let's do this."
Mine
Nice.
is unbelievably simpler than that. Steve Black walks through the overworld portal and onto the stage.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, mine's the same as Zantok's actual. Well, it's to an extent like where he walks out like the overworld portal, but he puts his like hands on his hands on his hips and like juts out his chest and goes, "I am Steve."
Oh.
I had a feeling that that was going to be in somebody's entrance. It's not in mine. I'll go ahead and just mention this. I have it in one of the taunts, but we all knew that's going to be somewhere.
I have it somewhere too.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Yeah. So I definitely think that no matter which animation it happens, there's a quote. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do we want to do? Do we want to pick one now, and maybe the quote will change depending on what we have for taunts victory poses, or
Sure.
okay. So which animation then are we going with? We have two options. I mean,
We do.
honestly, we have we have two options because Flamezones is mine plus more, so it's really just between you two.
Right. Overworld portal. Did I forget what that looked like?
Well,
Oh yeah, that thing.
when they
Yeah.
go through the portal in the mines and they appear in the Minecraft world, that portal.
Yeah. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
What do you think, Flames? Are you gonna do that one?
Yeah, I'm good with that. I'm good with Zantok. So because if we have
Well,
want to say
yours.
oh, mine.
Well, it's the exact same thing, but he says a quote, which like makes it yours.
Yeah, mine just walks out, but you have like him walking out with a specific pose, and then having a specific quote. So yours is mine plus more.
I
Yeah,
agree.
but like I said, a quote's coming up. That same quote coming up in a different spot, though. Could we double up?
I mean, well, no, we can't have the same quote be said multiple spots. But if we like that quote in a different spot, then we can just change what the entrance quote is, possibly to what Jonno's quote was.
Yeah, because we're gonna have a couple more times I Am Steve shows up. We'll get there.
Okay, sounds good. I'm good with that.
All right. Next is the Kirby hat. Then, Jonno, what Kirby hat do you have for Steve Black?
Kirby becomes blocky, and also wears Steve Black's unkempt hair and beard.
I just have the beard. The gray and black, brown, whatever the fuck that other color is, the green brown beard just coming out of circular Kirby because Steve Black He ain't blocky. He's a roundling, as Malgosha calls him.
Do you? Yeah, that's true. The lore that you recently remembered for watching the movie again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. What's
Then-
yours, Sling?
Yeah, I don't have mine blocky either. It's he like has his matted hair and like his black and white beard too. Just has a different look than the other Steve, but
Okay, I think that there's a consensus for round and with hair and beard.
Okay. That's locked in. Time for taunts. So, Jono, do you want to just say the one you want to say and get it over with?
Oh, I don't have a specific one. It's just kind of like all of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Begin.
Okay. Let's see. The first one is Steve Black puts one foot forward, dramatically closing his eyes and pulling his fists downwards as a warm, sunny glow hits him from out of nowhere. He utters out one of a few different voice lines, like, "This is my journey. I didn't choose the blocks chose me." Or, "You're witnessing destiny live."
Okay. My first taunt, Steve Black will tap his pickaxe against his shoulder and say, "I yearn for the mines."
Excellent. Excellent.
Yep.
Excellent. Okay, yours, Eric.
Mine is that a villager suddenly appears beside Steve and goes, "Meow, meow." And then Steve says, "Yes, I understand completely."
Excellent. 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 Okay. Dennis the wolf trots in with his
Oh, that's a
tail
good one.
as Steve kneels down and scratches his head proudly. He'll say something like, "Dennis, you saw that, right? Who's the real hero? Yeah, it's you." Or, "You did great out there, buddy."
My second
Nice.
taunt, Steve Black will face dead towards the camera, looking right into the eyes of the player, hands on his hips, and say, "I am Steve."
There, there.
There it is. Yeah.
And yours, Flamezone?
Second taunt. So we have him pulling out the flint and steel item while saying "flint and steel." It's gonna be a tough
Yeah.
one to nail down.
Jonna, your
Incredible.
last taunt.
Steve Black pulls out an invisible air guitar and absolutely goes off for a quick power riff, shouting nonsense like "Buonana," or "This fight needs a soundtrack," or "That one was for me." The riff creates a tiny AoE that deals no damage but can knock back opponents a bit.
My final taunt, Steve Black will excitedly take out some flint and steel and say, "Flint and steel."
That sounds familiar.
That's awesome. Okay, and then Flamezone.
My last taunt is Steve pulls out a pink ceramic pig while
Are you
stating no.
No.
He pulls out a pink ceramic pig and says, "Let my hips guide you."
Oh my god. I love how that appeared, and it wasn't even me who said it. Oh my god. The best part of the movie.
Yeah, that was a good part.
What do you mean? The best part of the movie was the credits.
Oh,
Okay, well, there's our 9 taunts, but like always, we gotta go over our victory animations first, because, maybe things will flip flop around. So, Jonna, what's your first victory animation?
oh my god. Oh man. Okay. For the people. Okay. Victory poses. My first one. You want that? Okay. Steve Black stands center stage, arms crossed and eyes closed. He opens them slowly and nods once while looking straight at the camera, saying, "Yeah, I was always going to win. The camera performs a dynamic, slow push-in that feels very serious, but also very unnecessary and strange.
My first victory animation, Dennis the Wolf will walk in from off screen,
Yeah.
and Steve Block excitedly runs over to Dennis's side and plays with him.
What's his go-to like play move?
You,
Like
you,
jump
you know when
around.
like the person like just tackles their dog, they kind of just like roll around and just like scratching their head and whatnot. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's that.
yeah, that's nice.
I'm also realizing I double up on my own thing. So if you want to change the entrance animation, that's okay. But my first one is Steve is facing the camera and states "I," and it poses with his hand on his hips, chest protruding. So this time surrounded by a golden glow and finishes "I am Steve." That's how to make sure it gets in there.
Nice.
Yep.
Steve Black leaps into frame, lands in a wide stance, and shouts, "Thank you, Minecraft!" as he takes a big chunk and bite from out of some of his trademark lava chicken, whilst performing a rock-on symbol with the other hand. The background music changes from more of his standard victory screen music to a rock instrumental version of Steve's lava chicken.
Nice.
I mean, I do think the characters from the same franchise don't always have the same victory music. Steve Black's
Would be rock.
would 100% be a remix of Steve's Lava Chicken.
Hell yeah.
My second victory animation is on the boring side, but Steve Black will drop a couple of materials onto a crafting table, strike it with a hammer, and create a sword, before he then picks it up and lifts it high into the air.
Nice.
Mine is the scene starts with child Steve in full view, with adult Steve narrating over. As a child, I yearned for the mines, and then it has the child run towards the screen, and when the camera turns around to see where he's going, Steve's an adult and he's descending into a mining tunnel.
Very creative. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought of that. That's pretty good, I think. Okay, my final one. Steve Black walks away from the camera as a wall of various Minecraft blocks explode behind him in slow motion. He turns his head back in slow-mo mid-stride and says, "Yeah, we'll fix that in the sequel," before running and causing another explosion closer to the camera.
Nice. I like that one.
For my final victory animation, Steve Black will be standing in the middle of the screen, not really doing anything, just standing there, until a chicken jockey walks in from off screen.
Oh my!
Steve Black will say "chicken jockey" as it gets close, before kicking the baby zombie off of the chicken and off screen.
Chicken jockey.
Man, you really hated this exercise, didn't you?
I really did. I really fucking did.
I understood the assignment, though. That's right.
I do
mine
the
is how-
goddamn job. I may have no passion for this character, but I have passion for my job.
So my last one is Jack builds a house at super speed, like a Minecraft house at super speed, hops on the top of the roof, nails an epic guitar riff, and says, "Crafted, perfected, nailed it."
Very good.
Okay,
Very good.
we now have the task of figuring out which ones to go with.
Oof.
Any strong opinions either which way?
I think I do one thing. When you started rolling yours out, I realized I forgot about Dennis, and I think that that was a good call, and Dennis should be somewhere. I didn't bring him, but I should have.
Yeah, I agree with that. So we have a Dennis victory pose and a Dennis taunt. I don't know what to do here because there's so many other things and they're pretty varied.
Can we do like a quick summary, like just like one liner of everybody's things again?
Yeah.
Just a reminder.
So, Jonno, hit us with your 3 taunts and victory poses first.
Okay. One is where Steve is pulling his fists downwards with the sun hitting him as he says one of three cheesy action hero lines. The other one is an invisible guitar riff where he becomes more Jack Blacky and a little crazy, like the end of the movie, with a tiny AOE that does some pushback. The third one is Dennis, and like Dennis coming in wagging his tail, and Steve petting him. Victory poses, um, like a weird dynamic push in toward Steve. Well, he says he's with his arms crossed, so he says he's always going to win. There's a thank you Minecraft with lava chicken, rock on, and just total cheese. And then there's the blocks exploding as he walks away.
Mine are taunt-wise, pickaxe on the shoulder and saying, I yearn for the mines, face towards the camera saying, I am Steve, and then holding out flint and steel saying, Flint and steel. Victory pose-wise is Dennis comes out and Steve Black excitedly runs over and plays with him, dropping materials on a crafting table, making a sword, holding it up, and then Chicken Jockey walks by, says Chicken Jockey, kicks baby zombie off the chicken.
Nice.
And yours?
Taunt-wise, the villager, understand the villager thing. I understand completely. I also have flint and steel, like Zantok. I also have like the pink ceramic pig in one of the in the taunt. Victory animations. I am Steve. Yearn for the mines with a kid to adult transition, and then third one, hype or super speed, build a house, and an epic guitar riff on top of the house.
Okay, so I'm seeing patterns here. Flint and steel, you both have that, and it's basically the same. Fast track as a taunt.
I think so. I mean, I think that's the only spot appears for me in my moveset too. I think.
Okay. I would say that. I mean, if Zantok agrees, we should probably move forward with that one.
It's my least favorite of my taunts, but fine.
Flint and steel, we need it.
Also, I like Flamezone's Yearn for the Mines as a victory pose.
Yeah, I think it's a very it's different with the way the camera works on that one. But I was like, for a character like this, like okay, that can be done here.
Yes, and you're gonna hate what my favorite victory pose of Xantok's is. It's the chicken jock.
I'm unsurprised.
Chicken jockey.
I am Steve appears a few times too. I will share that it makes perfect sense to put it here, but I am Steve is about to appear in a big way somewhere in my moveset. We'll share that, but yeah, might be something we revisit. We can always lock one in now and change our minds later if we decide to.
Yeah.
I like how you, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you go ahead. It's okay.
I was gonna say I like how you describe like your exploding blocks victory pose too. And I think Dennis, between a taunt or victory animation, should be chosen one of the two as well.
I agree.
So what I'm hearing, victory animations is the chicken jockey, the blocks falling from Jonno, but then we need a third one.
It was the children mining.
Yeah. There, your mining one. And then taunt-wise, we had the flint and steel that both Flamezone and I have. Jonno's version of Dennis. And we need one more. And I don't know if you have a particular... Do what?
Ceramic pig.
Oh, I was actually going to mention the villager one.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. I kind of like that one. But yeah, you're right. I forgot. And it's probably because I tried to mentally block it twice. But we both know Jonno's going to fight for ceramic pig.
I love that. I agree that the villager technically makes the most sense. Especially if you have Dennis in the taunts, you can have another character. There is an opportunity for porcelain pig, ceramic pig to appear again. There's something. There's something later that might give it its again. So I'll give it to Eric, and these are your two taunts. Whatever you feel.
I kind of what was because you had. I'm trying to think what else you guys had though too, because you had Dennis.
Anything else
The,
for me is knocked out.
hmm.
Yeah, and for me, it was, we were using the Dennis one, and then there's an air guitar and
Air
some cheap
guitar.
stuff like, I mean, all those are good. I leaned really hard into like this character, being Jack Black and taking that energy from the movie.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it lies with you. I think I think, and I think Zantok thinks too, that it's the pig or or the villager.
Yep.
Can we
Okay,
reread what the pig was again?
Steve pulls out a pink ceramic pig while stating, "Let my hips guide you."
So here's my
Because it makes
opinion.
no sense. It's awesome.
Here's my opinion. We don't know the move sets yet, but let's put a pin on this final taunt and say like, okay, if the ceramic pig appears somewhere in the move set as a chosen move, then we go with the villager taunt. If it doesn't, then we go with the ceramic pig taunt.
There you
Sure.
go. There you go. Excellent. Excellent compromise.
And if IMC is somewhere in the move set, which is implied as a possibility, then we'll do Jonno's suggestion for the entrance quote. If it's not in the move set, then we'll use I am Steve as the entrance quote.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
It's all these variables. It's such a divisive character.
Yeah. Yeah. So time to talk about the moves.
Hell yeah.
The standard special. Jonno, lead us off. What do you have?
My standard special is a quote. It's I am Steve. That's the name of the move. So, Steve Black plants his feet, looks directly at the camera, and begins dramatically proclaiming his identity. Tap the special attack button, and he will declare his identity in the sense that it does a quick AoE shockwave. Hold it, and he'll wind up like just escalating and escalating and escalating, going, I am Steve. Yes, that is who I am. I am Steve. And at full charge, he'll slam his fist into his chest and bellow, I am Steve. A massive sound wave that I can't imagine. Like, is it a cone shape or is it like the actual letters coming out of his mouth vomiting forward? And that'll like deal super heavy damage and have super armor around him during his shout and just be like really and if you use it too many times in a row, like his voice will crack and there'll be like falsetto and like improvise like just like in whispering and choking. So yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at his face.
So my standard special is just okay. So we had there's the crafting table scene, right? And Steve displays how the crafting table works, and a couple of people get to make some things on it. Henry
Yeah.
creates a tot launcher. So I'm like, okay, let's give Steve Black the tot launcher because why the fuck not? So he's got the tot launcher in hand, and he can fire off Minecraft versions of tater tots, and they fly in a straight line. They impact. You have limited aiming, but not too much. I thought about possibly letting you charge it and do like a shotgun blast of tater tots, but I wasn't fully sure about that. But yeah, tot launcher.
I love that. I want to
Nice.
eat those tots. I put them in my mouth.
It's a quick question. Do we have a section for like traits like people
Yeah.
have like is that later?
Yeah, that's later.
Okay, sounds good. Well, neutral special here, it's called mine then craft. So Steve starts mining ground beneath his feet while saying mine for as long as the duration holds. And if it goes on too long, Steve will take a big breath and then keep on going. While mining, you're getting all sorts of items and blocks from Minecraft, similar to Steve in Smash today, with like dirt, wood, ground, iron, gold, etc. But also obsidian and stone. Where you get space heavily on the stage. When the player lets go of B, Steve finishes and finally says "craft" as he procures a crafting table and throws it in a targeted direction, and it crumbles on impact as well.
Interesting.
Yeah, and when done in the air, Steve instead says "Minecraft" really fast and like throws the crafting table in an omnidirectional input.
Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's neat. Okay, side special time. Mine is Blockbuster Charge, where Steve Black barrels forward like an action hero who learned combat from the movie trailers, shoulder charging ahead as cinematic Minecraft blocks rapidly assemble and explode around him. If he collides with an opponent, he launches them with a follow-up dramatic punch or swing of his pickaxe. If he hits a wall, he'll rebound with exaggerated momentum and like flop on the ground. Steve Black will sometimes shout nonsense like "Keep on rolling" while he's
I like that.
So for my side special, so there's that scene in the movie with the crafting table and Henry makes a talent launcher, and then the garbage man makes buck chuckets, which if you don't remember is nunchucks, but instead of a baton at the end, it's buckets.
yeah.
And he's feeling kind of sad, but he's like, "Oh, I made buckets." And Steve's trying to make him feel better. It's like, "Oh, it's okay, man. Buckets are useful here." And Garbage Man, he just sucks. But I was like, "Hey, the buck chuck is sure. That's our side special." So how I'm envisioning this working is kind of like imagine a move like Ike's Quick Draw, but slow.
Mhm.
So as long as you keep on holding down the side special input, Steve Black is going to be like casually walking forwards in a line while swinging the buck chuckets around him like a pair of nunchucks, being able to hit and do damage to anybody who was constantly in front of him. And every once in a while, like they'll swing back, goes back, and he'll be able to hit someone behind him. But he's mostly vulnerable to attacks from behind. But trying to approach him melee from the front is not a wise idea until he's hit a certain distance, and then he just kind of stops. I don't know if he'll just like flat stop or he'll do like one final swing. I think when you look at the input or when he reaches his maximum distance, he does one final wide swing, probably just all around him with them. But
Yeah.
let's see, it's a slow draw, but with buck
Interesting.
chuckets.
Interesting. Can you cancel out of that move?
Yeah. Just let
Okay.
go of the input.
Okay, sweet. That's interesting.
Mine is called Minecart, so this is a chargeable move like Luigi's side B. Longer it's charged, the better the effects. In all of them, Steve jumps into the minecart and barrels forward. Charging dictates how intense and how fast he'll go. At max charge, he'll first ignite a TNT box and explode with a small explosion effect and like shoot him forward. Unlike Steve from Smash, you can't like carry other players in the cart. It's kind of more like Wario's bike, where you can kind of jump out when you want to, but it can't carry people. It just does impact damage.
Nice.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Up special. Mine is called Overworld Ascension. Steve Black launches upward in a heroic leap, arms wide, like like when you're free falling from a parachute, as golden particles swirl around him. The initial rise is strong and very vertical, and at the apex he hangs briefly like a flying squirrel. He can summon an air guitar-like move at any point on this rise or while hanging in midair to emit a quick sound burst and jettison up somewhat further. Sometimes he'll scream with a high note to emphasize this musical flight of destiny. it's, it's,
My up special is the Elytra. I mean, if I recall correctly, I think when I first made a Steve moveset, before he was even announced for his Smash, I gave the Elytra BT up special. I mean, what the fuck else can you do for Steve? Outside of like the slime block, I suppose. But I'm like, okay, there's the Elytra scene in the movie, so we'll go with the Elytra. And the Elytra appears, wings expand, shoots up into the air in a straight line. But there's a little bit more to it. If Steve is immediately next to another player when he activates a subspecial, it doesn't just become the elytra; it becomes the full man sandwich. So he grabs onto them, spins them around, and then it rockets up, and then spirals downward to crash into the ground, dealing damage to the opponent.
Nice.
And that was called Jack Black's butt.
No. The normal version is just elytra, but when he's grabbed onto another character, it's the full man sandwich.
Oh right, okay, yeah, that's tasteful.
Well, it's what Garbage Man shouts that they have to do to fit through the tight crack in the mountain that they're flying through. So they have to get real close to fit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, mine. My uppie's the Ender Pearl. So Steve produces an Ender Pearl. Think of like Yoshi uppie with like how you can aim in terms of what angle, like how far, etc. So you kind of throw the pearl and you can repress the B button to have Jack Black teleport, or I mean Steve teleport to the pearl. It puts him into free fall.
But it was his only one.
Well,
No. Oh, I can't wait to watch the sequel film in person with you guys.
No.
We'll make a whole trip out of it. My down special's montage build. Steve Black slams his fist together and shouts, "Montage time!" He rapidly begins constructing blocks around himself as they like appear and vanish in like exaggerated, half-finished ways, and he like enters a temporary like building stance, and you get to choose like up, down, or side to perform like a different version of this move. Down, if you tilt down, he will slap together like a crooked, unstable wall of blocks that pop up instantly and then hit nearby opponents as they form, and then almost immediately collapses forward, like launches foes. And as it comes up, Steve nods, is like, "That'll hold." And then a side input, he snaps his fingers and a floating block platform assembles next to him for a brief second. You stand on it, you can launch upwards, that includes opponents, et cetera, et cetera. It'll disappear pretty fast. The up input is an overbuilt finish where he overcommits and builds way too much at the same time. So like a burst of blocks explodes upwards around him like a tower, and it's like this multi-hit like combo launching thing that leads him upwards as well. And hurrah!
Nice.
Yeah.
Zantok, you there?
Zantok, are you there?
What?
Nothing.
I've been trying to like forget this episode is happening. So I don't talk.
It's
It
like
hasn't
trauma.
been working out. Where are we? Standard special?
No, hold on, I didn't go yet. So my down B is
What, dude? What?
Yeah.
Huh? I'm before you.
Oh yeah, you are. Okay, maybe I'm also not there. I'm also in a trance like you.
So my down special, it's just the Iron Golem. It's just the Iron Golem. I considered if maybe Steve should have to do like with Zelda's Phantom Knight, where she like you charge it up, build a piece together, then it gets sent out rushing forward. So maybe do that with the Iron Golem. It's like Steve has to build it, and then it will just rush forward to an attack. But considering how Iron Golems work both in the movie and in the game itself, I figured it's just like, no, this is just a simple counter, truly. Iron Golem pops up in front of Steve. If somebody strikes with an attack, Iron Golem swings its arm out to smack him like a bitch and sends them flying backwards. And if it's a projectile, smacks projectile, sends it back to sender.
Nice.
It's a good one. My down B is also the Electra. I want to differentiate, put on different input or whatever, but so basically if you do it while you're on the ground, Steve will shoot straight up, and he goes into like the glide thing where you can kind of like glide your way down. But if you do it in the air, he starts off like dive bombing towards the ground with the Elytra, and you have to kind of pull the stick up to like course correct to go horizontal distance instead.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like think of like Super Mario World, like with a cape.
Yeah.
But if you hit the ground, it's kind of like a ground pound effect with a big damage, big impact, but also leaves Steve temporarily stunned as well.
All right. Final smash. Jonno, what's your final smash?
That's where we're at. My final smash is called Motion Picture Monologue. So, with a mighty slap of his belly, Steve launches head first like lovely Luigi, but with more choppiness and flair. He screeches, skidoosh, as he rockets ahead several feet, capturing anyone he hits and doing dramatic. Suddenly, all fighters caught in the mess are on a massive overworld set piece with Steve Black looming over them, tapping his foot impatiently and with a braggadocious confidence to his gaze. He then wags his finger, sets his hands on his hips, and begins an overlong motivational monologue that starts with, "When I was a boy." He continues on, mentioning Dennis and the garbage man, Malgosha and ceramic pigs, and as he goes on, they continue to fall deeper and deeper into sleep. Eventually, this ends with Steve Black noticing their sleep, prompting him to leap into the air and scream something like, "This is my world!" and then punching down into the ground, prompting impact that sends his foes flying. This ends with an explosion as Steve Black lands in a heroic pose, his back turned towards the camera as fiery SB letters fill the screen.
Nice.
Like
I like the catch anime, like where you like a skadoosh and get him. I like that.
Yeah. This very fun making. What an episode this is.
So, my
Yeah.
final smash. It begins with a lever, a Minecraft lever appearing on the ground next to Steve, and he pulls it. And then a trapdoor opens up in front of him, and any fighters perhaps that were in front of Steve fall into the trapdoor. Where do they go? That's where the cinematic appears, and it reveals that the fighters fell down into a very small box, a box of a room, but they're not alone. There is a singular chicken in here, and it just looks at them in panic and box. It was like, "Hello, what are you? What's happening here?" And then something else appears in the room from above. A splash, a square-ish of lava, and now the chicken and the fighters trapped with the chicken are being cooked by the lava. And while this is happening, Steve Black, voiced entirely by Jack Black himself, will be singing a new remix of Steve's Lava Chicken, which I do not have panned out because I'm not a music man.
La 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 la.
But, you know, it's slightly different lyrics, maybe throwing some Smash Brothers references in there. But then it's basically like you take that whole scene from the movie with Steve's Lava Chicken, more or less like the exact same process. Steve is singing, we're seeing the chicken and the players be cooked. And at the end of it, a Minecraft whole roast chicken appears. The fighters aren't anywhere to be seen. I guess they're part of the chicken. That's kind of terrifying, but you know, there's a chicken now. Steve pries part of it off, eats it, enjoys it, cutscene ends, and the fighters are sent flying away because they just got cooked alive. While Steve
La, la,
sang
la.
about it like a madman.
Oh my god.
That was a good one. And you're not gonna believe this, but mine was also the exact same.
Yes!
Like the lava chicken.
What?
Yeah. The only thing I think that was different about it, well, not the remix. The remix was new, but definitely singing the song. The only thing is if they're a high enough health percentage and got hit with it, they would turn into a chicken item.
and
health.
be instantly KO'd, I assume.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention the title that I gave for this one is Steve's Lava Chicken Smash Mix.
Nice. Nice.
Thanks.
Yeah, totally same wavelength there.
Come on. Extra skill, and then we have to do the thing.
Yep.
Okay. I haven't decided that this extra skill is named Steve Black Energy or Jack Black Energy, but either way. Steve Black enters a glowing, overconfident stance for a short duration. In this phase, it grows more chaotic as the match goes on, gaining increased knockback resistance, stronger attacks, and putting forward loud comments on everything, from laughs and huffs and push to screeches and cries and voice lines like, "You can't stop my creative process," or "This is what peak performance looks like." To top off the chaos, Steve Black will see heavier buffs if he uses his taunts while in this phase.
You know, something I gotta say, Jonno, is as much as I hate every single word that's come out of your mouth for Steve Black's moveset, you're
Yeah.
you're nailing the Jack Black energy with the quotes. Everything else I hate. Full on. Full on. I hate this episode.
There's a few I like. I like it.
Jack Black says, "You're a good man, Arthur." Oh, God.
I'm not done watching it yet. I'm getting close.
I imagine him mimicking Kirby or like Yoshi.
So for my extra skill, it's called Egg Attack with an exclamation point at the end. One of the things that Steve Black actually does himself in the fight against Malgosha is he has like this whole set of eggs in his arms. He's just throwing them at her. And I think like one or two of them actually popped out and a chicken popped out of the egg. And it didn't really do anything. But I like that it was like, okay, if Steve can just like spam throwing eggs for like 0.5% of damage, but then there's a chance that a chicken will pop out and attack that fighter for kind of like how a Pikmin will latch onto somebody, the chicken will latch on to biting them.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. It's egg attack. That's all.
Okay, so we have Jack Black's energy, Jack Black's eggs. What do you got?
I got portals with an exclamation mark.
Oh,
So if you remember, if you remember with my neutral B, there's resources, but I haven't said what they're for yet. So it's kind of like it'll be like Smash Steve, where you see it by his profile picture, but there's just a lot more like crazy materials, whatever. It doesn't really matter what they are, but the extra skill is like where they go. So what it is that if you press the input, he starts constructing a portal, and it can be one of three types. It can be to the real world, to the Minecraft world, or another portal. Constructing a portal is a lengthy process, about 6 complete seconds. And he's like moving around and like building the blocks. And which one you get is also determined on what kind of materials you've collected based off the stage. Kind of like if it's a dark evil world, like or like Metroid or like Brinstar, it's like more likely to be another portal, etc. And once the portal is complete, also you can leave it mid built and then come back to it later if you get interrupted, for example. So he's kind of like the crafting block or crafting table where it kind of sticks around. And also when he's KO'd, he loses all his progress. But when a portal is successfully constructed, guest characters appear from it based on and how good they are, depending on how many resources you allocated towards the portal. So if you had a bunch of resources, you're more likely to get a better thing coming through that portal. And examples of what they can be are like if it's a real world, it can be like a Henry, Dawn riding a llama, Garrison with a guitar, Natalie with her staff, whatever she had. That sort of potato gun would come out. Minecraft world can be like zombie, creeper, chicken jockey, which Steve will always say chicken jockey if chicken jockey comes out. Dennis comes out of there. And if it's a nether portal, it can be stuff like Magulsha, Piglins, Great Hog, General Chungus, and stuff. And they act like assist trophies where they can be damaged and knocked off and KO'd.
Nice.
Yeah.
I forgot about General Chungus.
Wow. Sadly, he died.
Yeah,
he died. Yeah.
Bet.
Malgosha got to live, but he died.
Oh yeah, he sure did.
Is there a? Oh yeah, never mind.
Like other skill, yeah, Steve Black can do the duck walk.
Yeah, we talk about the unique traits after the fact.
Okay, gotcha.
So.
Oh
God.
Moveset. What are we choosing?
Yeah, I'll say two quick things. I really like Jonno's side B quite a lot. I was like, oh, that's like really it feels like a really great like Jack Blackified way, and like but still differentiate it from like the Smash Bros. Steve. Like I like that one quite a lot. I like your callbacks too, Lister, but like for mine with the portal, like that's where I imagine the potato gun coming from and stuff. But I also like your Electra with the 2-man sandwich. You gotta get that in there, I think too. I think that's pretty good.
I agree that that's the best of special.
Oh, I forgot to actually type it up now.
Yeah, yeah, you do. Where would it would be your standard special flame zone that includes the portal stuff?
That was the extra skill that's where you spend the resources, but like the neutral B as a refresher is like where he's like mining, he's like Minecraft, and he throws a crafting table at the end of his mining. That's where you get the resources from.
Yeah. Let's not forget about weaponizing I am Steve.
Yeah, true.
No. Hey, yeah, there's a tot gun. I like the idea of being forcefully shot tater tots into my gullet by Jack Black specifically in the Minecraft outfit. Yeah.
Well, I guess
Yeah.
like as a maybe a quick win would be we had 2 of the exact same final smash.
I think
that
that's obvious. Yeah.
yeah.
I have a feeling that's the move that Zantok was alluding to earlier. You're like, I'm gonna fight for one move specifically.
Yeah. The only thing I'm like particularly proud of.
I mean, I like a lot of I like the function of the buckchuck. It's from Zantok as well for the side B. Like it's just a different
Yeah.
move. It makes me think that like there are several like very heavy characters where a move like that could work. Like if you made, and I'm serious, like a Black Knight moveset or a Chunky Kong moveset, like that kind of thing, or a character who fights with buckets. I don't know who that. Maybe a Garrett moveset. That could apply there as well. Um, yeah, but I do.
It could also theoretically be a down special.
Yeah, so we're locking in the lava chicken as the final smash, and you guys can kind of go over how to mesh yours together a little bit.
I mean, Eric can just send me his notes, then I'll just add the Zantok flair to him.
I think
And
my
I think
Elytra was down B though, which is a little different.
yeah. What was that again? I know you can like glide on it and dive bomb.
Yeah, it was just a down B. Whereas if you're in the air, he goes down. You gotta tilt up to go horizontal. If you're on the ground, you shoot up, and then you go into glide.
Okay, interesting. Um,
My up B was the Ender Pearl.
Yeah, I recall. Yeah, Ender Pearl for Ruby. I think gosh, what's the easiest thing? I know you said you liked my blockbuster charge move. Did we want to go with that for the side special?
I like it more than my own, personally.
I think that might be the easiest because then we're going to have to talk about the 2 elytras for the up and the down.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, okay. I like the visual of the blocks being used in some way like that. Like whether it's like a down special or the side special. I like both of those moves that I came up with. Yeah, I would stump for my move there. um, let's see.
I guess like for where I was coming from with the Elytra is like I kind of built this whole Jack Black as like kind of like an Isabel-ish, but not as cloney. Like
Black
references.
Isabel.
Yeah, it's kind of like they have some of the same DNA, but like not the same. It's kind of like what I was aiming for, and like that's why like with the up B Elytra is it'd be exactly the same as the Smash Steve. I'm like like I think it's probably fine. I mean, I like the 2-man the full man sandwich is like brilliant, so I would definitely want to do that if we go with Elytra. But
I think I like the idea of the mind. I will say that my extra skill could be functionally placed on most characters. Like in a way, you can adapt it. It's a buff. Especially like braggadocious characters. There's a lot like Wario, Hades. Like there are characters that fit that mold that would be able to adapt that sort of thing. Zantok's Jack Black Eggs. I think that's really funny, but I do think that your like extra skill with all the callbacks to the movies is I think that's the best one. That's my and I think that if you're pairing it with your mine and craft move for the standard, that makes sense. So I'm kind of like the pieces are falling together to me. So do you want to kind of hear what I'm thinking for the moveset?
One thing I want to point out before you say that is I think theoretically Flamezone's extra skill, because you kind of have it towards like it's not technically a meter, but it's sort of a meter type deal. The standard special of it could be packaged in to the extra skill of it to be on one input. He first you have to get materials, and then once you have the materials, you've filled up your material meter. Then the portal could appear and do things out. So like
Yeah,
it doesn't technically need both inputs to be a focus move. It can be combined into one.
yeah, I agree with that too.
That's true. That's true. Oh, in that case, I was gonna say, I am Steve could theoretically be a standard or a down easily.
Mm.
The other. I think we do blockbuster charge for side and full man sandwich for up. I think there's a lot of discussion about that. So those are locks. Lava chicken's a lock. Portals is a lock in my mind. So then we're dealing with the down and the standard. And what they gonna be? What they gonna be?
I agree with that too. What do you think?
So just to make sure I caught it correctly because I admittedly spaced out for a second there. Standard is unknown. Side is your blockbuster tackle.
Okay,
I think
yeah.
was what it was called. Was up special Elytra?
Yep.
Yeah, yours with the full man sandwich thing. Yeah.
Gotcha. And I also realized after you were saying it's like, oh, I forgot that Smash Cannon Steve's up special was the Elytra. Whoops. I completely forgot. Down special is currently unknown. Final Smash is Steve's Lava Chicken, and extra skill is Flamezone's Portal. So
Correct.
our three standard special options that are the top launcher, which is kind of taken over by the portal. I am Steve, and the other half potentially of the portal move. Down special is either the Iron Golem. I forget the
Mine
other
was
one.
Elytra there, so like mine's kind of
Elytra,
canceled out.
correct. And then Jonno, what was yours?
It was the one where he's like constantly building a different structure depending on what you ultimately input.
Right.
So you have like that falling wall or a floating platform or like a tower E structure.
Gotcha. And then I'm trying to think like some other moves I think could functionally be the standard down, even though we didn't originally say them. Buck Chuckets could theoretically be on either of those two spots. I actually originally had it on the standard. Egg Attack could be in either of those two spots as well. I'm trying to remember everything else that was said because obviously I only have my own things in front of me.
What about your golem? Oh, maybe golem is more specifically down, huh?
Yeah, Golem was kind of more specifically down. I mean, if you did like the Zelda version, then that one could theoretically be a standard special. But the counter of it is that's traditionally down.
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
It's a toughie because you have a generous smattering of options here.
It feels kind of bad, but I think I'm generally like at odds with some of the Zantok stuff with like the buck chuckets and like the potato gun because I put them on like the guest characters, so that's tough.
And that makes sense. Like Henry comes out, he uses the top launcher. Guardian comes out, he's swinging the buck chuckets. That makes a lot of sense to me.
I think functionally too, that means that Zantok's moves exist still. They're just
they're just incorporated differently.
Yeah. What about? I think I that legitimizes I think Iron Golem for down, or well we can still talk about the build as well, but I'm stumping for. Does anyone have an issue with the I am Steve being a special?
Well, outside of what this episode is, yes. But considering what this episode is, I am more lenient than I normally would be.
For also for what it's worth, that was in my first draft too, was to do something very similar, like on a
Oh my
special
god.
move. Yeah, so I was there with you.
Oh,
I eventually
fucking-
I needed I wanted to do like the portal though, so I need like a resource builder, but
Yeah. I'm kind of feeling that, man.
Yeah.
Like standard special I am Steve, down special throw, Zantok the Bone, the Iron Golem's a good move.
yeah.
Hey, I also have the up special and the final smash. I don't need to be. I don't need a bone thrown at me. I'm not Dennis.
And I guess like the mind and craft could be a down special too, technically. Even though I know Steve and Minecraft or Steve and Smash is on neutral, but the Iron Girl, yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah,
They're pretty important in that movie.
they sure are. So what I'm hearing is we're locking in I am Steve as the standard special.
Yes.
I'm good with it.
So what's the down? I'll sit back a little bit and let you boys kind of
It
figure
sounds
out.
like it's either Iron Golem or Egg Attack.
I would make a case for for resource generation for the portals, but
I mean, that can be baked into the extra skill though.
Right. Like I guess
that way you don't use two inputs.
Yeah, that's true. What was the egg attack again?
He literally is just throwing eggs.
Literally throwing
0.5% of damage, and then sometimes a chicken will pop out and latch onto the opponent like a Pikmin.
Let's do the Iron Golem.
Okay.
Nice.
Good.
Okay, well that's the moveset. We've got I am Steve, we've got Blockbuster Tackle, Elytra / Full Man Sandwich, Iron Golem, Steve's Lava Chicken Smash Mix, and what's the name for your portal move?
Portals.
Okay, just portals with an exclamation point. Got it.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That's the movesets. So the next thing up on the dock is unique traits, special somethings that some characters have. Double jumps, crawling, gliding back in the Brawl days. Flamezone, you've been alluding to something for a while now. What do you have for unique trait for Steve Black?
Yeah, so no, sorry, I forgot which order this came in here, but something I had noticed like about that movie is that there's a big emphasis on water buckets and like saving yourself from a fall with water.
Mm-hmm.
So my thought was Steve would be a heavy character, but so heavy and so human that if he falls from too far, he actually takes like fall damage and gets stunned, which is a first for Smash, right? But the idea is that he has a third jump like Banjo-Kazooie, where the third jump is actually him saving himself with a downward water splash, which has flood properties, Greninja properties, and if you time it just right, he actually slides forward. And it tackles those, and it saves himself from that potential fall damage he would have sustained.
Does he say skadoosh when he slides?
He absolutely can.
Zantok's thinking, we'll let him stew.
I don't hate it.
Yeah, I mean, normally I would, but this is a character who is literally human. You were correct.
Yeah, like if this was like a regular video game character, I'd be like, "What? No." But Steve Black, like I said earlier, it's like considering this is a movie version of a video game character with a live action actor, there's more room for bullshit and breaking the typical flow.
That's where I was coming from. Yeah.
I think he should crawl as well.
Sure.
Yeah.
And it would be like a comical like little like cat crawl, right? Like where he's like.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking like a really slow military crawl.
Oh no. I think like totally souped up like dramatic cartoon
Mhm.
flair kind of thing.
Hell yeah. Watching Zantok's face throughout this episode has truly been a gift.
Tune into YouTube to see Zantok's face.
Yeah,
Yes.
please.
Tune into Twitch to see Zantok stream on Saturdays and Sundays from 2 to 6 p.m. Central Time.
Yeah.
Do you guys
Do
have
that.
any Jack Black traits? I mean, Steve Black traits?
No.
No.
That he can crawl.
You can crow.
We have alternate costumes and home stage ideas, and then we're out of here.
Yep. So alternate costumes, I don't really have anything. He's kind of a basic, so alternate colors. But I figured he would get at least one costume representing each of the other human characters with their primary colors. So pink for the Garbage Man, orange for Dawn, green for like a darker green for Natalie, and then red for Henry.
Yeah. Originally, I actually had like down like he would essentially cosplay as these characters, but I think with the Flamezone's portal, actually summoning them, that would negate that a little bit. So I would agree with more like the primaries being colors representing the different outfits to be less confusing. But then I also have like different ideas. Like I have a gray hoodie with Dennis's face on it, and also an alternate version of it with the porcelain pig, the ceramic pig.
That does give an idea actually. Ness and Lucas, they're all they normally have just like the striped shirt, but some of their alts have like a little graphic of a character. Like Lucas has the frog and has Boney. So you could have Steve. Some of his shirts could be just pictures of different things. Like you have a picture of Dennis on his shirt, or of where the fuck his pig friend's name was. I forgot. General
Oh yeah.
Chucky or something. I don't remember.
The king pig, that's like an ode to a Minecraft
Actually,
player.
yeah, the king pig. Dude, that's actually a good one too.
Mm-hmm. Lava chicken. Yeah.
Flamezone, what about you?
Yeah, like I had similar. I didn't have any alternates of like the cast because of the portals move. Same rationale with John there, but I had like some things like like his time from the movie, like when he was in the Nether and he has like charcoaled face and he has like torn clothes, whatever. That was a thing. I had like a diamond armor Steve, where like Tons at the end of the movie. It was kind of like just a costume, where he has the diamond armor on. Yeah, Alex inspired variant with the colors. One where he's like touched by Enderman, so he's all corrupted and like kind of like Dark Link. And I also had some where it's like a reference to other Jack Black films, like Tenacious Steve, where he has like a kind of like a rocker outfit on, or like Nacho Libre, and like Bowser colors. I don't know if that's allowed or not, but
And the outfit.
I actually did consider Diamond Armor as like potentially an extra skill or a final smash. I was like, I need Steve's lava chicken, and just throwing eggs is funny.
Yeah. Okay, so those are all great ideas. Home stages.
Home stage. So I had 3 potential ones for now. It was like I wanted to have something that wasn't just like because Steve was just like Minecraft world, and it can change to different volumes. Like to me, it needed to be like something that's specifically seen in the movie. And there were 3 that I thought that were workable options. The Woodland Mansion. It's also in regular Minecraft, but it's actually a featured location in the movie. Similarly, Midport Village is just the villagers. It's their village, but it has a name. But the one I like the most, it's a place that you only see for like 5 seconds, but I thought that they could do a lot with it. Steve's World, the amusement park that Steve makes of himself.
Oh my god.
that's a great idea.
Yeah, I do like that. Did you have a home stage idea, Flamezone?
Yeah, it was very simple. Like I thought like I didn't want to do like maybe I should have thought more about the Minecraft world, but I thought like a kind of a cool spot would be like Game Over World, like in the human like Garrett's store,
Oh.
where it's kind of like that environment, I guess. But I didn't put too much thought into that, so I like Steve's World is great.
Yeah, that can also be the obvious choice when we do the Garrett moveset next season.
Yes.
Oh, what did we just get ourselves into? I think we signed ourselves up for something fresh and new. 2027 can't come soon enough.
Kill me.
Yeah, my home stage was I will preface this with saying the home stage is going to be Steve's World. Mine was just the overworld, having different biomes, like you said, like Steve and Mash, but have them be movie set versions where different terrains get like movie set stuff. So like lights and cranes and moving set pieces become part of the overworld as the biomes change and whatever. And like real world characters or items from the set could leak into the Minecraft world as you're fighting, like an arcade machine from Game Overworld or a ceramic pig or something.
I'm imagining like you go to a play, right? Whenever they're like transitioning scenes, they have the stagehands come up like they're moving the scenery around, bringing out new props, changing things out. I
Yeah,
imagine like the stage kind of looks like that.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I do like that idea.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if Steve's World were not just like such a
Yeah,
conscious
that's
idea.
pretty perfect. Yeah.
Plus, I mean, again, it's an idea you can do with there are other games that do that. You know, like you can do like a Yoshi Story stage like that, or like a Princess Peach Showtime stage. Yeah. Hey, it's over. Wow.
And I now have a fleshed out concept for a Sparkle Theater stage. Thank you.
Of course, anytime. That's what I'm here for. Also, I just want to say that based on the caveat that we put out there earlier, where it's like, oh, if the pig appears in the moveset,
yes.
well, that didn't happen. So I guess that the ceramic pig is Eric's other taunt that we're using.
Yep. And means that I Am Steve is not in the interest animation. Instead, it's the quote that you said at the beginning.
Yeah, whatever that was, something epic.
It'll be in your notes that you'll send me when we're done with the recording today, right?
It sure will.
Good.
Yeah.
We could use a different quote for that taunt because it's pretty random. I didn't know if it would go through. So if you guys have a second thought, it's fine. Because I also had like some early things where it's just like, "What are you, creature? Speak to me," and stuff like with the pig. But
I mean, Jonno supplied like several quotes, so I can
do with that
whenever
what
I
you
actually start transcribing things for the wiki, I can just pick something or maybe a couple.
Yep.
Why not?
Oh yeah.
But with that, the evil is defeated, and we have a move set for Steve Black, and
We have capitulated to the evil.
we
and
never had to
created-
talk about this movie ever again.
Until the sequel comes out and we do it all over again.
Nope.
Yep.
Oh
Willed.
no.
The corruption has set into the veins of our universe.
Let it die then. Kill it if you have to. So next episode of Super Cast Brothers will not have Flamezone on it. Sorry.
Boo.
Damn.
Maybe you'll be back later this season. I don't know.
I don't know. We'll see.
Possible. You'll probably be back next season. In fact, we'll talk later. But next time on Super Cast Brothers, it's a Smasher Dash, and it's a Smasher Dash that I've come to really enjoy this concept for a Smash Dash, where we take 10 different characters each, we put them on a wheel, and we just spin for random matchups of these characters. It creates some interesting results, and I'm curious to see what we'll end up with next.
Looking forward to it. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah. Let's Minecraft.
Like Malgosh.
Mind then craft. Minecraft.
Okay, goodbye.